Hello and welcome back to another Simply Gregster EV review. Today is our big day. Today is the holiday road trip. We have the IONIQ 6. So the plan is we're going to go to my sister's about 50 kilometers away. She lives off island. Then we're going to go up to my brother and to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law in Ottawa. That's about another 160 kilometers. Car's about, I think, 75% state of charge. My sister and brother-in-law, they have a Gen 4 Tesla wall connector for their Model 3. So we'll top it up when we get to my sister's. We're going to get to the hotel in Ottawa. Apparently they have level 2 charging there. We'll check it out. So come along with us on this holiday road trip with the IONIQ 6. Okay, we're just getting set up to go here. So it's actually saying 29 kilometers, 30 kilometers to my sister's house. Range is 321 kilometers. Let's focus here. Focus. 75% state of charge. So like I said, we're going to get to my sister and brother-in-law's. That's our first stop of the night for Christmas Eve dinner. Then, as I mentioned previously, we're going to head up to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law in Ottawa. That's about another 160 kilometers away. So yeah, we're going to charge up once we get to my sister's. It's showing us actually no traffic because one of the bridges is a disaster. The ELECTRICCAR bridge, if you live in Montreal, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're about to set off here on our road trip. Highway 20 now. We're about 20 kilometers into this trip. It is Christmas Eve. It is it's almost 4 p.m. on Christmas Eve, and the roads are pretty busy. I have to admit, the roads are pretty busy. I thought most people would have got their holiday travel in on Friday night or on Saturday, but no, here we are Sunday, Christmas Eve, and the roads are fairly busy. So we're almost at my sister's, and as I said, once we get to my sister's, we'll charge up to 100%. So we made it to my sister's. We're going to plug this one in. This is actually my sister and my brother-in-law Carl's. They just picked up a standard range Model 3. Finally they picked one up. They're absolutely loving it. We're going to plug this in. Come up over here. We're going to plug this in. We're going to open up the charge port. So this is a Gen 4 wall connector. So it has the NACS and J1772 into it. It already has the adapter. Again, Tesla stuff is just so nice to use. We'll pour out some of the cord. It's stuck behind the tree. Again, very nice to use. That's going to go in. That's going to charge while we eat. We're going to go up to 100%. Come and check out the trunk space in here. Here, I'll move this out of the way. So as you can see, we're completely full. We have our luggage for the next few days, Christmas presents for everyone and the children. The car is just saying it's starting to charge. What are we at here? Yeah, it's pulling 11.1 kilowatts, which is perfect. That's exactly what it should be at. It says 3 hours and 10 minutes to 100%. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside, we're going to eat some food, and we'll pick this up when we get ready to head out to Ottawa. But first we have to unload all these gifts. I don't think you woke up the whole neighborhood. I love it. It's so fun. It's so fun. Yeah. Oh, that's so much fun. It actually, it opened the charge port too. Yeah. As you can see, my sister has her beverage ready. Yeah. What do you think of it?
Still prefer my Model 3.
You prefer the Model 3?
Still prefer the Model 3.
Really?
Yeah, the interior doesn't feel as nice in this car.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a nice looking car. I like the lights.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with that. I think I prefer the Model 3 as well, actually.
The Model 3 is much nicer on the inside.
I definitely prefer the Model 3.
Yeah.
I think this drives better, though, than a Model 3. I'm not too sure about the looks on it yet.
Drive well, but the look still is.
Yeah, I know. I said it's like a Audi A7 had a baby with a Panamera.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yes.
All right, let's go inside. I'm pretty cold. But yeah, those are some of my sister's thoughts on the IONIQ 6. We are just about to leave. We're definitely at 100% state of charge. We will unplug. Again, cool thing that my sister and brother-in-law have the universal wall connector. This is a very, very nice unit. I think we'll close the charge port. It's pretty late. We've had a lot of food. We'll close the charge port up. My wife is gonna throw the bags in the car. Like I said, a lot of trunk space in here. Very good. So where are we going now?
Ottawa.
All right, we'll plug in the hotel to the destination. We're at 100% state of charge. It is showing 436 kilometers of range. We'll probably get a bit more than that. Actually, it's 2 degrees outside, so it's fairly cold. Where are we going? We are going to the Sandman in Ottawa. Sand. Apparently I can't spell. I'll let my wife do that.
Not left-handed though.
Hotel Sandman.
Yeah, but you have to pick Ottawa.
Yeah, that's going to be the wrong one. That's probably going to be sending us to Longueuil, Ottawa. Which it probably won't pop up. Nope, it's on there. That's the one. Set as destination. Let's see what it says here. It says 159 kilometers, 1 hour, 39 minutes. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's go. Let's go to Ottawa. 160 kilometers. We'll check in once we're on the road. Well, we're back. We made it to Ottawa. Got here at 58% state of charge. Like I said, we were pretty short drive. We were hammering it here pretty good. So now we're just charging up the car. We'll go to 100% again because we'll be doing quite a bit of driving here over the next few days. So I figure I might as well just get it topped up. Tomorrow we got about a 20 kilometer, 30 kilometer drive. So yeah, we're charging up here at this charge point level 2, 6.6 kilowatts. The drive up here was pretty good. As I mentioned, we were hammering it about 120, 125 most of the way. There's a ID4 Pro charging as well. But yeah, this hotel definitely does have the EV charging working, so that's good to see. So now it's time to go to bed and we'll check in tomorrow. Have a good night. The car charged up overnight. We're just gonna move it now, and just in case someone needs the spot. But yeah, this is actually a pretty nice hotel. Yeah, I'm very happy we stayed here. We got upgraded to a suite, so it all worked out good. So I'm just going to unplug the car and try to enjoy Christmas Day. We might go out for a drive or just hang around the hotel. back. We're actually just checking out of the hotel now, still in the hotel parking lot. Yeah, the family events in Ottawa were quite fun, as family events usually are. We're actually going to go back to my sister's now. We're going to meet my dad around 3 p.m. for a late lunch. The car showing 92% state of charge is indicated 382 kilometers of range. We are going to actually go a bit different way today because we have a lot of time to kill. It is 11:44 a.m. Actually, just went 11:45. So yeah, we're gonna take the 417 down to the 401 and take the 401 across to my sister's. Like I said, I don't know if we're gonna charge along the way or not. Probably not. I'm hoping, as I'm planning on doing a charging test with this car tomorrow. And if we don't go on the 401, I think we'd prefer to take the scenic route along the water through some towns. So like I said, either 401 or the scenic route, depending on what the time is. We have quite a bit of time, so let's see where we end up. Just hit 50 kilometers, been driving for about 33 minutes, averaging 4.9 kilometers per kilowatt hour, 5 kilometers per kilowatt hour. Just actually hit 79% state of charge. It's 6 degrees outside, so fairly warm, fairly mild December already. And the road here is perfectly smooth, and it's dead flat. There's no really hills or inclines to speak of, and it'll be much of the same on the 401. Actually, it's all pretty flat. It's all pretty flat around here. So we're about 30 kilometers from the 401 now. So we'll just keep on heading there. Well, I have to say, the version of Hyundai's self-driving is quite good, or its cruise control system. I think it's called Hyundai Drive Assist. It's working quite well right now. Can't complain. I did find a couple interesting menu options. One of them being you could pump some sort of artificial noise into the cabin at a high or a low setting. So right now I have it on the medium setting, and it almost sounds like a bad wheel bearing, just to pump some noise into the cabin because it is extremely quiet in here. Just to give you some sort of sensation of speed, we're doing 117 kilometers an hour, and it's very hard to determine what speed you're actually going because it's just so quiet and smooth in here. So I think that's a nice option. See how long I have it on, because it might start annoying me after a while, but it was just a cool option I found while playing in the menu settings. So that's something to keep an eye on if you have one of these cars or planning on getting one of these cars. Been on the 401, you know it's absolutely dead straight and flat, so there's no, like I said before, no issues of hills or anything. Although it does start getting hilly a bit, Kingston the other way, heading west. It's actually quite nice. All the pavement has been redone here. It's actually quite nice. So we're actually just gonna stay on the highway until we get to my sister's place. I don't think there's much of a point getting off. I want to see what this car can do in terms of efficiency and range. Yeah, zero issues. I'm so impressed. This is a really good road tripping car. You have the distance, you have charging speed. I would say the only thing that might hold this back is the CCS port and the CCS network in some areas. But one of these cars with any CCS port, you know, if version 3 superchargers come online, version 4 superchargers come online faster, this is really a good road tripping car. I would say this is probably, right now, based on my experience, is a better road tripping car than the Model 3 Long Range that we tested back in October. No, this is absolutely fantastic. This is a very comfortable and fun car to drive. made a quick pit stop just after the Quebec border in Rivière-Baudette. This is actually one of the nicer rest stops in Quebec. We travel in Europe quite a lot, and rest stops in Quebec aren't usually the greatest. So we're about 40 kilometers from our destination at my sister's house again. We've actually traveled 188.4 kilometers, hour and 45 minutes, still averaging 5 kilometers per kilowatt hour, which I think is pretty good considering we're going about 120 the entire way. So yeah, that's pretty good. All right, we'll continue here. Well, there you have it. We are back home now. I don't know how well you see me, but it's pretty dark in here. But yeah, that's the end of our trip. We're back home now. Everything went good. Everything went smooth as I expected. This car is absolute gem to drive. Absolute range beast. These trips in EVs are, as I mentioned before, are getting pretty easy. The ranges on them are fantastic. The efficiency is fantastic. No issues charging. I mean, the road trip, we probably drove about 420 kilometers on this trip. Charging at the hotel worked fine. Even if I had to stop along the highway to charge, there's plenty of charging on that route. I know we have cheated a bit at first. We charged at my sister's house before we left, but I think that's how it's going to be going forward, is that you're going to be going to your friend's house and you'll be charging there and they'll be charging at your house. So it's kind of like a pay it forward thing going on with EVs. I think there's some sort of kinship there. I mean, if anyone ever wants to come charge at my place and hang out, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to mind. But yeah, this car, the IONIQ 6, as I mentioned already, absolutely fantastic. Great to drive, fun to drive, super comfortable, good sound system, great efficiency. I mean, they really hit it out of the park with this car. I'm very impressed. So that's it for now. We hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you in the next video.